What's going on, YouTube? Back at it again with another video. Today's video is going to be about the best horror movie franchises. So it's not the individual movies, because some of these franchises have like 8+ movies almost. So right now what I'm doing is ranking them by the entire franchise from the ugly to the best. So think about that when I rank it, because some of these franchises I feel like maybe had 2 good movies compared to the 4 bad ones. So again, let's hop into the video. Again, we got our tier list: GOAT, good, mid, bad, trash. GOAT being the best, good being under the best, mid being it's okay, bad being it's bad, trash being I'm never gonna watch it. Alright, so let's start. So starting off, we got the Leprechaun series. I've never watched any of the Leprechaun movies. I've only seen clips, and from what I've seen from the clips, it was something that didn't interest me. So for that, I'm gonna put trash. I might want to watch. I might watch the movies just to see if I'm wrong about it. But you guys, let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong about these movies being trash. Again, I watch a lot of scary movies, and if you've never made it on my radar, then it's probably not that good. But again, I may not know. But so Friday the 13th, I feel like that's a good franchise. Now, some of the movies were a little bit slow for my liking. Some of them got a little bit all over the place. But Friday the 13th is a staple in the horror film, like Hall of Fame almost. So I'm almost tempted to put it in the GOAT status, but for right now I'm gonna leave it good, and we'll see how it ranks out. So this one I was contemplating on putting on here, but I'm gonna put some respect on their name, because it's an indie film that had a very low budget, and I'm all for indie films that have low budgets, that don't have a big backing, that just kind of go out for it, you know. So for Terrifier, let's go mid. It's good. It's good. Let me turn that off, because we don't want to watch that. But I feel like Terrifier is a good, just right there at mid. You know, it's something you enjoy, but it's not something you're just like, oh yeah, like blah blah blah. Like, it's not like if you hear Terrifier, you're like, oh, that's kind of cool, you know. But like, it's not compared to like a Halloween movie. Like when Halloween comes out, everybody and their mom and cousins talking about it. So Saw franchise movies, very good movies. Scared the living daylights out of me. I really feel like they were directed well. For that, I'm gonna put GOAT status. Saw movies, almost all of them hit. I wouldn't say there wasn't a Saw movie that didn't have some form of creepy crawly like feeling to it. There wasn't really any slow movies, in my opinion. I think they're all well paced, all well directed. So Saw, you're gonna get GOAT status. Now this is the Annabelle series, which is different from the Conjuring series. Annabelle is a very creepy series. All that paranormal ghost stuff creeps me the hell out. For that, I'm gonna give Annabelle good, great movies. The first one was the best one. I think it was the third one, or the second one. I think one of those movies where they were like on a farm. It kind of fell off to me. It was a little bit more slow pace. I wasn't too big of a fan of it, that movie in particular. But yeah, that's a good movie, a series. So Insidious, again, very good series, very well directed, very good actors too. Do I want to put it on the same level though as Annabelle? I might be switching some around here, but we're gonna put it at good for now. I think the Insidious series were always well wrote. The stories were very good. It was different. It gave a different perspective on that paranormal side. It was just something different, refreshing, a little bit different from just a typical like exorcism stuff. Oh wow. But yeah, Insidious is good. It. The first one was a banger, and when I say so, I'm not talking about Stephen King. Well, you know what? We'll put them all. Let's rank them all together, from old to the new. I wasn't a big fan of the old movies. The new movies, I think, new movies were good. I wasn't too big of a fan of the second one. Shit, guys. This is tough. I'm gonna go mid right now, and I know that's gonna piss a lot of people off, but I truly, in my heart, believe I just didn't enjoy it as much as I felt like it could have been. Um, Great potential, great actors in the first one. The first one, like the kids that were acting did a phenomenal job. But I don't know what it was about that second one. When I said the second one, the newer second one, it just didn't hit you with the jab. It didn't pop you with the jab. It didn't hit me like I wanted it. So this right here is Get Out. And when I say Get Out, it's like all their movies together. I think it's directed by Jordan Peele. I think. But we're gonna give Get Out mid. I enjoyed the series. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched all of them. I watched Get Out. I watched clips from the other movies. But right now I'm gonna go with mid. And that is just out of, again, I haven't watched all of them, but what I'm going off of and what I've heard from other reviewers, I'm gonna go mid here. But definitely the first one I watched, something again, different, great acting, great directing. But again, it's just not my niche. Doesn't mean it's not your niche. So again, let me know in the comment section where you think I'm going wrong, because I would love to see it. And trust me, no matter what words you say, I will still be able to sleep at night. So this one is the Chucky franchise. All the Chucky movies. Chucky is a classic in the horror films. Definitely paved the way for doll movies in that sense. I'm gonna go. Let's go good. And the reason being is because some of the Chucky movies have fell off a little bit as it's gotten from the classics to newer Chucky series. It just hasn't been the same. But I was a big fan of the Chucky and the Seed of Chucky, the Bride of Chucky. Those were all good. But some of these newer ones I'm not too big of a fan of. Conjuring. The Conjuring series is one of the most scariest movie series I think I've ever watched. For that, I'm going to put GOAT. Every time I watch those movies, I have nightmares. And for that, it's going to get GOAT status. Those movies were directed, masterpiece, beautiful. And again, they're based on somewhat a form of true stories. And that just spooks me out a little bit. You know, when you start thinking about it, you're like, damn, this can really happen as you're watching the movie. And you're just like, man, I don't know if I want to watch this. I mean, I've heard it from friends. I've heard it from, family members. Like, hey, if you watch stuff like that, you're liable, open that door. So again, anything super scary like that, it's going to get GOAT status for me. Anything that makes me just, that's going to get GOAT status. So, the Amityville Horror House. Excuse my French if I said it the wrong way. But alright, so there was a couple different ones. This is one of the first movies I remember watching with my mom, because she was a big scary movie fanatic. Gave me nightmares. So for that, I'm gonna give good. Again, the plot, the story is just so creepy, and it's just creepy. Like, anything that creeps me out a lot, scares me a lot, I'm gonna give high ranks to. Because those are the movies that get your blood flowing, and for that, it's gonna be a good movie. And I think it's just nostalgia for me, because I remember being like 6 years old watching that movie with my mom. So that's a memory I'm gonna always have. Halloween, that's GOAT. Is there a discussion to be made? The Halloween series is one of the best movie franchises ever done. Now again, there was some it's kind of like stock. It's like it goes so high and it peaks, and then you get a little downfall. That's how movies are a little bit, because some of these movies are just so beautifully made. When it gets to that top, it has to plummet a little bit from movie to movie, because again, it's like you get to that top of that peak, you might fold down a little bit. But Halloween series, man, that is one of the best scary movie franchise. Every Halloween you think about Michael Myers. I don't care what you say. Look out on the street, look at the trick-or-treaters. Halloween is what you're gonna see. Michael Myers is the GOAT of Halloween, scary, all that jazz. Sorry, I'm passionate about that, because I'll stand behind it. Sorry, I got scared. I kept hearing noises. I'm tripping. The Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Again, these are classic bangers. I knew making this list it was going to be hard to put any of these in the trash or bad because a lot of these movies are chef kisses. So, Nightmare on Elm Street. Definitely the debate between GOAT and good. Again, the Nightmare on Elm Street as time now the 80s, 90s movies were classics, right? Classic bangers, chef kisses. Then you get a little bit more in the 2000s, and Rocky. And that's what I'm trying to think of is because like man, I love some of these movies, but then some I don't. So that's where it's that fine line. Do I give it GOAT or do I give it good? Because some of the movies were trashish, like had trash tendencies. There you go. Right now we're gonna leave it at good. My mom might smack me for that one because she loves the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. That's again another films I watched with my mom. We binge watched it together. So, Scream movies from the start to the finish. I do like the newer ones with Jenna Ortega. I did like the older ones with the original Billy. Let's give it good. Again, that's a very well put together franchise. Now there was between the start to the end, right in this area, it got a little dog water. I'm gonna be honest, a little dog water. But I feel like you can depend on those to be classics, almost classics. We're going to leave it at good. I'm almost debating dropping it to mid, but I'm not going to because I got some friends. If you're watching, you know who I'm talking about. But they might beat me up if I give it mid. So I'm going to leave it at good out of respect for the franchise of what they have put together. And also because I don't want to get beat up by my friends. Alright? So Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. These are bangers. Bad. No, I'm joking. No, they're bangers. A lot of the Texas Chainsaw movies, I actually just recently binge watched it because I just started playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre the game. So again, I binge watched all of them. They're pretty damn good, I'm not gonna lie. There was some that was a pain to watch. The OG series is kind of all over the place, man. That's what's pissing me off. It's just, and then A24 in 2022 threw it off. When I'm looking at Texas Chainsaw, can I put it with the Friday the 13th? Can I put it with the Annabelle? Can I put it with the Insidious? Can I put it with the Chucky? Can I put it with Amityville? Can I put it with Nightmare? Scream? I don't know if I can do that. Definitely can't put it in the GOAT for that. I would put it in the mid. I'm sorry if I hurt you, but again, leave it in the comment section. Let me know what you think. I want to hear your thoughts just as well you're listening to my thoughts. So I threw in the Hannibal movies. Silence of the Lamb. We're going to put this because it's a classic. And again, they're not the most spooky though. They're not the most spooky. But I'm going to put it in a mid. Out of respect for it being a classic. That's why I'm going to put it at a mid. Now, if I'm going to be honest, it's one of those one and done films for me. I watched it one time. That's great. It's cool. But I'm not going to go back and rewatch it. So, again, if I was a disrespectful little brat, I'd put it in the bad just because. But I respect culture. I respect what it's done for the film industry. So I'm going to leave it in mid. Hellraisers. I never was able to get into those movies. And I'm sorry if you're a fan of the Hellraiser movies. Never was able to get into them. For that, I'm going to put it bad. I've tried to watch 2 of them. Wasn't my niche. Again, what my niche is may be different from your niche. So I'm going to leave it bad. So I don't give a damn. If you don't like it, don't like it. Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers is a classic, man. Jeepers Creeper is a banger. I'm gonna go good with Jeepers Creepers. At least the first couple movies were good, in my opinion. I'm having trouble pulling from my memory bank right now. If I wanna It's definitely a debate between good and mid. I'm a little biased because, again, there's that nostalgia in my brain that remembers watching Jeepers Creepers as a kid and just being spooked out by it. For that, we're going to leave it as good. Paranormal Activity. Again, those are one of those spooky ass movies, but some of them fell off. So it's a debate between good and mid. If they would have stopped after, I think, the third one, arguably GOAT. But right now, I'm debating between good and mid because they just kept making them. And they, again, let's talk about the stock, right? The stock reason. And I'm just putting it at mid right now, just so I'm not holding my mouse. But you get your stock, it goes up. You're like, damn, it's going up. And then you plateau. I think that's the right word, verbiage. You go flatline, and then you start decreasing a little, and then and then what do you know? Your stock fell. So for that, let's go. Damn. Let's go. Can I put it up there? Can I put it up there with the Friday, the Annabelle? Can I put it up there with them, though? I cannot. If it was just the first 1, 2, or 3 films, I think I would have put it in the GOAT status. But because they shit on it afterwards, I gave up on it. So again, guys, let me know what you think. In the GOAT, we got the Saw movies, the Conjuring movies, and the Halloween movies. After that, we got in the good category, Friday the 13th, Annabelle, Insidious, Chucky, Amityville Horror House. I hate that word. Jeepers Creepers, Scream. Mid, we got Terrifier, It, Get Out, Texas Chainsaw, Hannibal, and Paranormal Activity. And then the bad, we got Hellraiser. Trash, we got Leprechaun. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much for watching.